What's up guys, Ad Astra has hit the HBO Max libraries on Saturday and I was very excited to watch this movie. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm always excited when it comes to a Brad Pitt movie. He is one of my favorite actors. By the by, I'm Valentin Gray, the movie guy, and this is my review for Ad Astra. Roy McBride is a dedicated astronaut. He gives his all for his job. One day, the station where he was deployed at got destroyed from a power surge. He made it out safely. He is the protagonist after all. He receives a message to go to a debrief. There he finds out that the power surges may be connected to Project Lima, a failed expedition into outer space that was led by his father. Now, he is on a mission to try to communicate with what is believed to be his father and find out the truth. As usual, we're going to start with some negative points. There are some pacing issues in this movie. For example, the big accident from the beginning feels somehow rushed. It didn't have a big impact on me. Other movies like Gravity have been able to get more tension out of scenes with malfunctioning and astronauts, but I didn't like this scene. And again, when Major Pruitt tells Roy some classified information that he wasn't supposed to know, it felt off. It felt like the scene didn't have that much power behind it. There is a real-life quote that sums up this movie best. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. The story didn't impress me that much. Missing father, distress signal, some betrayal, going mad, I've heard it in Mass Effect. But the journey is truly breathtaking and that matters a whole lot. On to the positive points now. I really like the character of Roy. He says that being an astronaut is a job that has big consequences and he doesn't want anyone to suffer because of them, meaning a wife or children. He says this most likely because his father disappeared, leaving his mother distraught and him fatherless. He still listens to his own messages, and most importantly, the news that his father was still alive has gotten him over that 80 beats per minute that not even his fatal accident managed to do to him. In the movie's universe, people can go on actual trips to the moon. It looks amazing, the ships that are used to take people to the moon. I like the little touches of this movie that make it feel realistic, like getting a blanket or pillow still costs you money, $125 worth of money, so the prices are still inflated in the aerial companies, but most importantly was that the moon has various mining fields that are owned by different nations and approaching them could start off a war. What I really liked about this movie is that it combines many genres into one, and I saw things that I didn't really expect to see in a space movie. So the mystery part is pretty good, but I love the action in this movie. There is a scene where Roy fights a primate. It's amazing. I've never seen something like this before. Bonus points for creativity. Let's discuss some facts about this movie. There are two Oscar winners in this movie, Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones. If you're wondering what Ad Astra means, it's to the stars in Latin. And Clifford McBride, Roy's dad, suffers from cataract, an eye disease that can be caused by solar radiation. This is a fantastic cast, and what else can you expect from them other than greatness? Brad Pitt is fantastic as Roy McBride. His narration is chilling. Tommy Lee Jones plays his father and I was blown away by him as well. There are no complaints in this department for me. I have two scenes that I want to talk about. Number one, right off the bat, I knew that this movie was going to be directed really well. In the monologue, Ray says that he will only focus on himself and leave out the unimportant, and the camera focuses on him as his wife puts the keys to the house on a counter and leaves. The focus is on Ray. The woman is blurred because she was unimportant. And number two, another fantastic scene is the psych evaluation of Roy after the encounter with the primate. Aside from the fact that Brad Pitt has one of his most genius moments in front of the camera, it's a big turning point for the character. You first see him as this fearless guy, very skilled and no nonsense. He seems like he has no feelings, but he's just as broken inside as every one of us. He reveals his issues in this scene and it's effing brilliant. This is the first good movie that I've watched this month. A strong candidate for best movie of June. I was really impressed with it. It has a slow pace. It might turn some people back, but it deserves to be watched. For my alternative pick, I choose Gravity. If the pacing of Ad Astra turns you off, but you want to watch a space movie, go for it, you're gonna like it. So, my rating for Ad Astra is 3.5 stars.